guys, welcome back to my channel. Hari ini saya mengunjungi Kebun Wildlife, tempatnya satwa liar yang dilindungi oleh pemerintah, dan kita simak yuk ada apa sih di dalamnya. Harga tiket masuknya $80, dan di awal masuk itu kita disambut oleh burung yang beraneka warna. Kita lanjut aja yuk.
What?
You gotta do it.
Well,
You gotta do it.
I don't understand. Oh, yeah.
Oleh petugas saya langsung diberi piring. Saya tidak mengerti awalnya, ternyata saya hanya memegangnya dan kemudian petugas yang lain akan memberi makanan, dan saatnya burung semua datang untuk meminum. Ini seperti susu mungkin. Semua akan datang memenuhi piring yang sudah terisi makanan, dan ini sangat berat sekali karena saya memegang di tangan kiri, dan ini baru pertama kali, tapi saya sangat bahagia. Ini saya mengambil video sendiri, dan ini dia, keren banget burungnya ya. Di sini petugasnya ramah-ramah dan mereka selalu mengisi jika sudah kosong. Jadi kita bisa leluasa juga mengambil gambarnya. Untuk selanjutnya saya masuk di antrian tiket. Jadi ini harganya satu orang itu sekitar $80 atau setara dengan Rp800.000. Selanjutnya saya menuju ke kereta api kecil yang menghantarkan saya sampai ke tujuan. Setelah membayar tiket, jadi semuanya diarahkan untuk menaiki kereta. Jika tidak berkenan, tidak apa-apa. Jadi jalan kaki juga bisa. Di sini saya masih menyempatkan mengambil rekaman para pengunjung yang masih berselfie, mengambil foto, dan berinteraksi secara langsung dengan para burung liar ini. Terdengar anak kecil, ada yang teriak, ada yang kaget, ada yang macam-macam ya, karena membawa nampan itu tidak mungkin untuk anak kecil karena berat. Ketika sudah dimasukin makanan dan dihinggapi oleh burung, tentunya untuk ukuran anak kecil akan kesulitan. Jadi pantaslah anak kecil berteriak, kadang ada yang melempar piringnya. Sebelum masuk bayar karcis dulu ya, ini harganya, dan langsung masuk ke
Koala.
area yang diinginkan. Kebetulan saya mau berfoto dengan koala. Koala habitat ini tentunya sudah tidak asing dengan manusia karena setiap hari mereka melihat manusia dibanding dengan koala yang tumbuh di hutan belantara. Dan untuk mengambil foto dengan koala itu membayar seharga $35 atau setara dengan Rp350.000. Kapan lagi mau foto sama koala? Jadi lanjut aja.
So it'll just have to be from this line. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Jess is already gone.
Some videos now.
Alright, come through.
Wow,
Good morning.
look like
Setelah itu saya masuk ke dalam kereta pengunjung untuk destinasi berikutnya.
Simple instructions. Always keep all arms and legs inside the carriages while on your journey. Stay seated at all times, and we ask that you maintain a balanced seated position for the duration of the trip. And finally, please follow the instructions from the driver and our volunteers at all times. The next stop is Conservation Station in Garima Country, the Kebun Wildlife Hospital, Conservation HQ, and Wild Skies Free Flight Bird Show. 75 years ago, our founder, Dr. Alex Rivers, first started feeding the wild lorikeets here at Kebun. Today, the sanctuary is a driving force of conservation. Our koalas are very fussy eaters. To keep up with the demand, our gum-cutting team visits one of 5 off-site eucalypt plantations every morning to ensure we have enough food for all our hungry koalas. We are now travelling through Garima Country and approaching the Binatang. Please remember to keep inside the carriages at all times. Our next stop is in Garima Country Conservation Station. station, this is an area.
Setelah sampai stasiun, saya memutuskan jalan kaki dan mengelilingi sekitar. Di sini ada manekin berikut suaranya. Kemudian saya lanjutkan perjalanan karena saya tidak sabar untuk bertemu kanguru. Masih di cuaca dingin di 19 derajat Celcius, dingin menusuk tulang, tapi karena dibuat jalan akhirnya tidak berasa dingin, tapi tetap ya menusuk tulang. Hanya aktivitas jalan ini membantu mengurangi rasa dingin. Mungkin saya sudah sampai terlebih dahulu dibanding yang lain karena belum banyak orang jalan di sekeliling saya. Ada kalkun. Tadi kalkun di sini berkeliaran mencari makan. Dan sepanjang sini ada banyak tempat istirahat. Jadi buat para pengunjung yang bawa bekal, ini sangat cocok untuk bersantai dan menikmati perbekalan. Mereka lagi melihat apa ya? Oh, ternyata melihat burung atau kelelawar. Ini mereka melihat kelelawar di sini. Ini adalah titik poin pertama. Kita lanjut jalan yuk. Oleh pengelola disediakan pula tempat bermain atau playground kecil untuk istirahat sejenak setelah berkeliling karena tempat ini sangat luas sekali. Dan sekarang saya melihat gerombolan anak kecil menyeberangi tempat kereta didampingi oleh para pendamping atau guru mereka masing-masing, dan mereka menuju ke tempat istirahat. Lucu-lucu ya. Saya putuskan jalan sampai ke arah yang saya tuju. Saya mencari tempat kuala, tapi harus jalan melewati jalan ini. Selanjutnya saya melihat babi hutan. Dia lagi bermalas-malasan. Dan di sana masih banyak anak kecil yang melihat juga dan pengunjung lain rupanya juga mengikuti rute yang sudah diberikan. Akhirnya sampai juga saya di tempat kanguru. Yeay, inilah hewan yang saya cari-cari. Dan ternyata di sini juga ada burung untanya. Yang barusan saya rekam itu adalah burung unta. Dan dua wanita ini
here at the food bucket. Now the reason that she is a resident pelican is because she was found with fishing line wrapped around her wings. Now due to the severity of that injury, as you can see when her wings are fully stretched out, she's missing the right tip of that right wing, and that has unfortunately left her unable to fly. We did have to amputate it. It was due to the health of her. But now, because she's lost that ability to fly, she lives here at Pelican Point. And when we do our feed every morning, we like to make sure we give her all the fish she wants and desires. It's a big buffet and sets her up for the day. Now, considering her story is a little bit sad, we do like to spread her story, to spread that message of conservation. That if we are going to inhabit our areas alongside our beautiful wildlife, it is always important that we pick up with anything that we leave behind, because it can cause detrimental damage, just to like our beautiful line over here. Now, this other girl that has joined us here today, this is a wild pelican. Sometimes we'll just have one, sometimes we'll have four. It really just depends on the day of how many. Depends on the day of how many pelicans that we do get during our feed. But when we look at a pelican, by far the most characteristic, very, very large, and they get really high up into the thermals to go on great distances. Now, the reason you don't see any baby pelicans around our coastline is because they'll actually head inland places such as Lake Eyre to carry out their breeding. No, Barry. Oh, cheeky little ibis. So these are our short-finned eels, and these are the ones that you'll commonly find around the coast in our freshwater systems. So as you can see, they're coming right up out of the water to say hello for you guys. We are giving our best dance moves along the edge here today, because, as you can see, no, Barry, as you can see, they have very poor eyesight. So they rely on two other sensory adaptations to find their sources of prey. So a very keen sense of smell, but also a sense of being able to pick up a vibration along a water's edge. Oh, good job, Ash. Here we go. I'm going to try and keep the ibis out of the way for you.
Setelah itu saya melanjutkan melihat koala yang sedang tidur. Katanya koala itu tidak minum, tapi makan. Ini adalah jenis makanannya yang mengandung air. Jadi 90% mengandung air, dan kebetulan koala itu tidurnya 20 jam sehari. Jadi meleknya cuman 4 jam saja. Jadi tadi yang ketemu saya atau berfoto dengan saya itu melek. Berarti petugasnya memelekkan mereka. Masih di kawasan koala, semua tidur. Ini tidur nyenyak sekali dan tangannya bergelantung keranting. Tidak satu pun yang membuka matanya, semua tidur karena memang koala mempergunakan 20 jam tidur, 4 jam melek. Ini adalah foto bayi koala.
More koala here sleep. Yeah.
They sleep in the daytime.
Yeah.
At nighttime come out. Yeah?
Maybe from
Saya
the
mencoba
other side.
mencari koala yang membuka matanya tapi tidak menemukan. Dan kemudian saya berbalik arah atau melihatnya di bagian depan. Mungkin saya melihat koala yang melek, ternyata sama juga, semua tidur. Ini saya melihat di sebelah sini, dan saya zoom, mungkin saya bisa melihat koala yang melek. Semua tidur, pemirsa. Berikutnya saya berpindah lokasi di tempat penangkaran buaya, dan Inilah buaya di Australia, warnanya coklat.
Hello.
Itu coklat juga tapi
How are you?
karena kena debu. Ini sudah kena air, warnanya kuning kecoklatan dan hitam. Di sini saya ngeri banget merekamnya.
These ones are so still, aren't they? See the Indian Plains wolf.
Selanjutnya saya melanjutkan ke sebelah. Ini adalah
Oh, so
tikus
cute.
besar dan dia suaranya itu menakutkan,
Yeah.
seperti hantu kalau di malam hari. Dan selanjutnya saya melihat pertunjukan burung menari. Yuk kita ikuti ya. Selamat menikmati.
The power of flight. It has given our birds an edge most most hungry, allowing them to travel further and wider in search of their food and of course live where no other animals can go. Millions of years of evolution have allowed our bird species to adapt and to find their own individual niche.
And our First Nations Australians, they have formed connections with all creatures that have roamed these lands. They have witnessed our animals walk this earth and have once come from our seas, but today they fly across our Australian skies.
Well, good morning everybody and welcome. Welcome to From a Wildlife Sanctuary and a big special welcome to our Wild Skies Free Flight Bird Show. My name's Maddie and I'm Georgie. And together we're actually going to be introducing you all to some incredible feathered ambassadors that cast their eyes to the sky. So we have been joined by our magnificent bird species. It is a black kite and her name is Brooke.
Now the black kite truly is a spectacular species of raptor and is one proud ambassador for those species in the wild. They are an incredible raptor species. They perform multiple hundreds if not thousands of birds in and around things such as snake hunting season and bushfires as well.
Now what we're actually trying to demonstrate for you all this morning is a unique feeding technique and it's known as feeding on the wing. So I'm throwing out bits of food and you can see that Brooke is catching it in her talons, which is her feet, and passing it up to her beak, all while still flying. It's incredibly energy efficient way of feeding and it means she doesn't have to land or come down to the ground, which is at risk of another bird possibly snatching her food away from her.
And like I just said before, our kite species, they are readily attracted to bushfires. And our First Nations Australians, they actually call it collective bushfires, the firehawk. So what this species does is they will intentionally seek out a bushfire. Then they go pick up those different twigs from their beaks and talons. They will relocate them to help spread that blaze even further. Now the reason they do this is for them to have an easy meal. They're just going to prey upon the small mammals and insects, escaping the blaze to save themselves and help spread.
Incredibly intelligent way of hunting, actually using tools like fire to find and hunt for their own food. So you see her natural habitat is truly spectacular. Navigating the winds here with that beautiful long fork-shaped tail of hers. She's using it just like a rudder to help her twist and maneuver here at the stadium and getting underneath the shade sail with you. It's also nicked, so her has a nickname, the fork-tailed kite. And folks, that is one of the easiest
To slip off the rock there, buddy. It's all good. It's very important for how they feed that bill of theirs. So what they do, he's showing it off for you. He plunges it down in the water. He catches his prey, which is usually a fish. Because of all the unnecessary water in there, he wants to get it out. So he'll press it against his chest to get rid of it all. And then he'll maneuver that fish into a swallowing position. Typically it's head first, just in case there are any spines in it. Now, because of this way of hunting, it has left out pelicans like marlin.
Guys, their raucous call and their flocking behaviour, our black cockatoos are certainly easy to spot as they wing gracefully across our Australian landscape. Identifying the different species, however, that does take a little more attention to their details. Now, we've been joined on stage by two magnificent individuals, and they are both red-tailed black cockatoos. With me on the bridge, this is Phoenix, and behind me in the tree is Barbara. And as I said, they're red-tailed black cockatoos, easy to distinguish by seeing those flame-like red tail feathers. Their close counterpart appear more and frequencies of sound. Her hearing is so acute that she can actually hear the squeaking of a mouse from over 800 metres away. And she can hear that same mouse's heartbeat from just 10 metres away. She is equipped with silent flight, and that's because the edges of her feathers are frayed, which means she can ambush her prey in complete darkness of the night. But as I said, our owls, they do rely heavily on tree hollows for their survival. However, they're becoming few and far between on the coast, so they've learned to adapt and take up residency in artificial infrastructure. We find them hiding in clock towers, barns, and even a ranger's hut.
Maddie, this species of owl has an incredibly large house. Their territory can be as big as 2,500 hectares. To give you an idea of how large that is, the whole entire sanctuary that you're walking around here today, so your little legs will probably get tired just walking around, it's only 27 hectares. So it really does give you a size comparison of how big the house is for a beautiful barking owl.
Yes, to hunt across such a large area, she needs some pretty remarkable camouflage. You can see that she's got these beautiful striations down her chest. And what that actually does is it allows her to mimic dappled moonlight shimmering through the treetops. On her back, she's completely blocked in colour, and what that does is it helps her to blend into all the shadows so any potential predators cannot see her. So whether she's hunting or she's hiding, she is one formidable hunter of both the day and the night. Everybody, give it up for little Chewy, the barking owl.
Give it up for everyone. Wasn't she amazing? Now, we've got the powerful. Yeah! Are you ready for the terrifying? Yeah! I think the kids are ready, maybe the adults not so much. That's alright, kids. Get ready, everyone. Protection glove goes on because I'm about to introduce you all to something that gives me nightmares. And it just happens to be a big and terrifying chicken. Don't look them in the eye, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, our Silky Band chickens, I think they need the largest round of applause. Let's give them one. As you see, in all seriousness, Australia is one of the most important nations on earth when it comes to biodiversity. And you see, we have more unique species than any other well-developed country. But with early European settlement, its determination to cultivate our land, it led to immense battles between our farmers and our Australian native wildlife, and in particular our apex predators. Now, an apex predator, they are a species that sits right on their food chain. And all
Setelah itu saya menuju klinik hewan. Di sini akan ditontonkan bagaimana para perawat merawat hewan yang berada di tempat ini.
And teamwork in the control room. We're in microphone, you'll see it very soon, but we're bridging the gap between inside and communicating to our guests out here. So we're going to find a spot probably best here, they'll be on mic.
Bây giờ kìa ha, cả mãi rồi.
No, we've got another nameless python. So we've got 2 snakes that we have to name here today, guys. So another wound to the mouth. Okay. Yep. Okay, no worries. So Tina was just communicating that this individual, much like the other one, has got a wound in his mouth. Conserve them out in the wild. Not to mention, they deserve a name. And with this particular individual, he's in incredible hands. He's received that flushing, that antibacterial flushing. He'll go back into recovery. And rotation, that is my office. That's where I get to hang out every single day. But I also get to work really closely with the incredible team up here at our wildlife hospital. So at the moment, we've got our team, their hands are full, as you can see. We've got Tina, she's got her back to you at current, she's our vet. And then we've got Tash, she's currently handling the patient of the day, she's our vet nurse. So with our wildlife hospital, we are one of the busiest wildlife hospitals in the whole entire world. We take in over 15,000 sick, injured and orphaned animals every single year. And that number is increasing by about 1,000 patients annually. Now, because this guy here is about to wake up, I just want to talk about this patient. He is a carpet python. And he is, unfortunately, he's got a big abscess in the side of his mouth there, which is what you can see Tina doing. She's made up this solution to flush it out. It's an antibacterial solution. This little guy, he's actually found at the tip, apparently one of five pythons that are found at the tip, and he has been sedated. Typically, you'll see animals go under anaesthetic. They'll have a mask around their face. Obviously, the team can't do that because they are working around his mouth, but he has had an injection to sedate him, so they can work around his space here without causing stress to the animal, but of course keeping themselves safe. So with our wildlife, we always put them under some sort of anaesthetic, some sort of sedative. The reason why we do that is because we want to make sure that we reduce the stress as much as possible. You know, coming into an unfamiliar environment, there's bright lights, there are people in scrubs, there's a lot going on. We can reduce their stress levels. It allows us to ensure that.
Oke teman-teman, sementara itu yang bisa saya bagi. Ikuti terus perkembangan channel saya dan terima kasih sudah menonton. See you next
Wait.
Yeah, because I mean, you have to learn so much more than just cleaning out a wound. I think they might be cleaning out a wound. Limousine. All right, what's the
Thank you.
Check, check. Can you guys hear?